Hey guys, welcome back to XO Protein Cookie Gaming. This is a series that I'm uploading again for the Dead by Daylight lovers. I'm going through all of the killers and survivors of the game. I'm going through their customizations, their lore or their bio, their perks, and all info about them. So this is the Huntress. She is another one of the Dead by Daylight game's older killers. Um, So she has her hunting hatchets, a skill taught by her mother and mastered in the wild. The huntress can hurl hatchets with deadly precision. Start the trial with 7 hatchets, charge throw for maximum throwing speed, and she refills hatchets at lockers. So, if she's after you as a killer or if you're playing her, you can, yeah, she does that to you. You can charge throw for higher speed. Or you can hit them with a hatchet as you're running after them, as you normally would with any other killer. It's a good one. She actually has, you'll hear her if she's close to you on the map. You'll hear her like hum and sing. She has like a creepy hum and sing. Her first perk is Beast of Prey. Your lust for a kill is so intense that your connection with the entity is momentarily lost, making you totally unpredictable. When you gain Bloodlust, gain undetectable for 40 seconds. It's a good perk if you want to be undetectable for 40 seconds. She has the second one, Hex, Huntress Lullaby. A hex rooting its power in despair. Your hunt is an irresistible song of dread which muddles your prey's attention. Survivors receive a 6% regression penalty when missing a skill check while healing or repairing. Each time a survivor is hooked, Huntress Lullaby grows in power. It affects healing and repairing skill check warnings. 1 to 4 tokens. Time between the skill check warning sound and the skill check becomes shorter. 5 tokens, no skill check warning. The hex effects persist as long as the related hex totem is standing. It's a good one if you want to use as a killer, if you want to make it the objectives harder for the survivors on the map in-game. And her last one is Territorial Imperative. She unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Survivors' auras are revealed to you for 6 seconds when they enter the basement and you are more than 24 meters away from the basement entrance. Territorial Imperative can only be triggered once every 45 seconds. That's not a bad one, actually. You get to see, it's easier for you to see the survivors on the map. All right, so her lore is the Huntress. As soon as Anna was able to walk, her mother started teaching her how to survive a harsh, solitary life in the northern woods. Living in such an extremely remote and dangerous area required skill and resilience. When sunlight became too dim for productive activities, they would take refuge in their house, a sturdy old cabin constructed to resist the toughest winters. Close to the hearth's warmth, Anna would rest in her mother's arms, surrounded by the few wooden toys and masks she had crafted for her. Drifting off to sleep with stories and lullabies, she dreamt happy dreams, ignorant of the events that would soon change everything. Anna and her mother were stalking a great elk through the woods. They knew it was dangerous prey, but it had been a particularly difficult winter and they were almost out of food. The specter of starvation frightened them more than any forest creature. Without warning, the elk reared, bellowed, and charged at Anna. She was paralyzed with fear as the whole world seemed to shake under the immense beast's pounding hooves. The elk was close enough for Anna to see the murderous fury in its eyes when her mother threw herself in its path, axe in hand. A blood-curdling scream escaped from her lips as the elk impaled her upon its antlers and hoisted her into the air. With all her strength, she brought her axe down on its head again and again while it tried to shake her loose. With a sickening crack, the antlers snapped and Anna's mother was free. The beast collapsed. Anna was too small to move her mother's broken body, so she sat with her in the clearing where she had fallen. To distract her from dying elk's cries, Anna's mother held her and hummed her favorite lullaby. I guess that's where the lullaby comes from. They stayed like that, the huntress and the elk, getting quieter and colder until Anna was alone in the silent forest. Eventually, she stood up and started the long walk back home. Still a child, she knew just enough about life in the frozen forest to survive. She followed her instincts and became one with the wild. She got older and stronger and practiced her hunt. As she grew into a dangerous predator, her humanity became a half remembered dream. She widened her territory and lived off her hunts. She worked her way up through squirrels and hares and mink and foxes. Eventually, she grew tired of them and hunted more dangerous animals like wolves and bears. When unsuspecting travelers came through her woods, she discovered her new favorite prey, humans. Unlucky souls who strayed into her territory were slaughtered like any other animal. She liked to collect their tools and colorful garments, and especially toys when there were little ones. But she could never bring herself to kill the little girls. Girls she would take back to her house deep in the woods. They were precious, and looking at them woke up something deep in her heart. She craved the closeness of a loved one, a child of her own. Among the pillaged wooden toys, dolls, and storybooks she couldn't read, the girls would be tied by the neck with a rough and chafing rope fastened firmly to the wall. She couldn't let them wander off, or they surely would die outside. Every time, the girls would waste away, die of cold or starvation or sickness. Every time it plunged Anna deeper into pain and sorrow and madness. She was compelled to try again and started raiding the nearest villages to slaughter families and kidnap their daughters. She wore one of the animal masks her mother crafted for her for so many years earlier to try to calm the frightened children. Villagers spread the legend of a half-beast lurking in Red Forest, the Huntress, who killed men and ate little girls. War eventually came to the forest. German soldiers began to pass through on the march to attack the collapsing Russian Empire. During these dark times, there were no more travelers. The villagers had abandoned their homes and no more little ones to be found, only soldiers. Many of them were found with violent axe wounds. Whole groups disappeared mysteriously. Once the war was over, the rumors of the Huntress disappeared with it, engulfed by the Red Forest. I'm actually excited to see her outfits we have available. All right. That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. We got this one. Oh my god, that laugh is terrifying. That is crazy. Honestly, if I didn't hear her lullaby in game, I wouldn't even know that was her. That is crazy. This one's kind of funny. Big brawly chick. Got these hunting ones. This looks like the Five Nights at Freddy's collection, maybe. Wait, what is it? Doll collector. Get that one. That bear head is crazy. Panda head. That one's pretty cool. Sort of a little bit like her default. A cat one. She got like a cat mask on. And yeah, that's her default. So that's the Huntress. Please like and subscribe for more videos. I go live on Twitch multiple times a week. My Twitch name is XO Protein Cookie. And I also have a Discord, Protein Cookie, if you want to join. I want to get together and network on my Discord and share favorite games, types of games we want to play, personal gaming goals, live notifications, all that stuff. So again, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.